Want to get your kids to understand math in depth and love it? What if I told you that math is being taught almost completely wrong in schools? What if I told you that many bright and advanced kids like yours may lose out on opportunities later in life because they are not being challenged enough in math? Wouldn't you want your kids to go beyond normal levels of success and achieve greatness? When you watch this video to the end, you're going to discover exactly how your children can increase their intelligence and become world superstars in math. My name is Miss Li Ling, and I've taught math to over 1,000 students. In my journey from a homeschooling mom to a highly sought-after math tutor, I've seen many intensely bright A students from K to 12 that are bored out of their minds because their brains are craving a challenge and schools and teachers are not meeting that need. Here's something you may be surprised to hear. Whether your children are getting A's or C's in math makes no difference. You see, whether they're at the top or at the bottom of their grade level, your children are still at the same grade level as their peers. In fact, merely being at grade level is too low a goal to strive for because the math learning standard is too low to begin with in public schools and even many private schools. Let me put that in perspective for you. Currently, the US ranks 12th in the world for math based on the TIMSS Global Achievement Test results. What that means is that if your children are getting A's in math, they're still at least 12 levels below the top math students in the world. Let me repeat that. Even if your kids are acing math, they are 12 levels below their learning and performance potential. The truth is that your children are capable of much, much more than what the schools believe they can achieve. Lowering the education standard is a disservice to you and your children. To let your children remain at grade level would be sad, don't you think? And to allow their full potential to go to waste would be tragic, wouldn't it? I know what you may be asking. So which country ranks number 1 in the world for math? And what are they doing differently? And most importantly, how can I get my kids to go from 12th to number 1 in the world also? Well, you may be surprised to discover that the leading nation in math proficiency today is a young country of Singapore. And no wonder. It developed the most revolutionary math curriculum in history. Let me tell you a little bit about how this curriculum changed my son's life and how it can change your children's lives also. There was a time when my son was younger and I realized he was advanced. I knew I had to figure out a way to challenge him beyond normal levels. So I decided to homeschool, and after tons of research comparing lots of math curriculums in the market, I found the most revolutionary one, and I used it to teach my son. A while later, I began to teach other parents' kids in my community also using this revolutionary approach, and the results were astounding. I didn't realize when I started that not only does it give children a firm grasp on math, but it's also the greatest way for kids to jump 1 grade level in math, get smarter while having more fun and doing less work. They even improve in other subject areas. Isn't that incredible? It turns out that this Singaporean math approach is so awesome that Singaporean students have ranked number 1 in the world for math 10 out of 12 times since 1995. And that's why I created a math tutoring program called Math Thrills Plus based on this revolutionary new way. This took me years to figure out and cost me thousands of dollars to develop, but it was totally worth it because hundreds of my students are now far ahead of their grade level. And my hope is to help hundreds more, including your children. My tutoring program makes learning and enjoying math so much easier for kids. What used to take years for them to learn, they can now learn within months and drastically improve their intelligence. In fact, here's just a sample of what your kids will get. They will learn number sense so they can understand numbers so well that they can easily manipulate and compute them faster. They will learn mental math strategies so they can solve difficult problems quickly in their head. They will learn bar modeling so they can solve complex word problems and sharpen their critical thinking skills. They will learn to solve intriguing math puzzles and hard logic problems so they can become strong, flexible, adaptive thinkers who can reason with clarity and force. For younger students, they will learn algebra in elementary grades so they can get ahead early on and be prepared for formal algebra. Check out what my students have to say.
It teaches me a different way to think, a unique way, and it helps me think in a more deep and intensive way and not just a basic way to solve something.
It has taught me to think a lot more critically about things in everyday life. Math used to be one of my least favorite subjects, but now it's one of the most interesting.
I have a deeper understanding of math and see how interesting the concept really is, and it's much more than just numbers.
It teaches us to think more than what we previously did. We have to think outside the box in real-life situations.
I used to think of math as like a chore, something I had to do, but now I think I like math and it's more fun. It definitely helps you It makes you think more sometimes, because Singapore math always uses multi-step problems, which just makes your brain work.
I used to be not that good at math, and now I'm better and I'm more confident. I have improved my math grades for 80s, and now I'm on 90s and 100s.
I used to get C's, 90s, and top straight A's.
I can think outside the box, get creative. It's not just, hey, this is a formula. So
it helped me with mental math strategies and critical thinking.
I don't exactly take a formula and plug it in my head. I learn why and how we use that formula.
What I like about my Tutoring classes is because I get to gather with all my friends, and then we get to do work, and there can be different people invited, and then we can all focus on one topic, like a question.
When I was younger, I was like, oh, here we go, more school, more math. But now I'm like, yes, bring me math class. I love this because it's just so fun for me now because I have a greater understanding and I can do it better.
Isn't that awesome? Wouldn't you want your kids to be enjoying math and advancing like these kids? If you're ready for them to join the ranks of the top math students in the world, you must act now. The more you wait, the more your kids' potential is wasting away. The more you wait, the harder it will get for them to catch up to the top math students in the world. If you do nothing right now, other kids will get the advantage over them. So act now since spots are limited and filling up fast. Are you ready to get started? Click the button below and book your math success strategy call today. You won't regret it. You'll be taken to a page that looks like this. Select a time zone, pick a date and time most convenient for you, and enter your information. You receive an email with your booking confirmation. We'll send you 2 email reminders before our call together. Sound good? If you're still unsure about booking a call, let me ask you something. Do you want your children to barely be doing baby math? Don't you want them to be light years ahead of their peers? Don't you want them to find the path from good to great? Why be merely above average in what is considered normal? Why not bring them from the normal level of success to the exceptional level of success? Book a call today so they can be challenged to the peak of what they're capable of, because they're capable of achieving math greatness and become extraordinary. Go ahead and click the button below right now, and let's get started. Looking forward to our call together. If you still need more proof of how amazing this program is for your children, then let me give you a sample of the beauty, simplicity, and rigor of what we teach. Try to solve this math question given to Singaporean students in 1st grade. Go ahead. Try it yourself. I'll give you 1 minute to find the solution. After 1 minute, I'll give you the correct answer and explain it in detail. Go ahead, the clock starts now. Was that challenging? Were you able to solve it in 1 minute? If not, let me show you how to solve it. Let me show you the type of thinking and logic that we help children develop in order to solve questions like this one. Remember, the goal is not merely to memorize formulas or procedures. Those are easily forgotten. The goal is for your kids to learn to reason in a deep, clear, and creative way. This skill will stay with them for the rest of their lives. The total of star and pound is 18. Take star away from the pound, the answer is 4. What are the numbers? What do the star and pound represent? So this is essentially an algebra problem, but we're not expecting the first graders, the little 6-year-olds, to use algebra approach to do these questions. So they really need to understand what the question is asking and how to approach it using a number sense. So let's try to put down the information. So the pound plus the star is equals to 18. Okay? Now, when you take the star away from the pound, it becomes 4. So, what are the possibilities of pound and star that total can be 18? So let's try. Let's say the pound can be 10 and the star has to be 8 because a total to be 18. So if the pound is 10 and the star is 8, and if you take the star away from the pound, so that means you have to minus the number. 10 take away the 8, the answer is 2. So we know that this is not the correct answer because the difference is not 4, it is 2. So now you need to go on reasoning. Should you increase the number for pound or should you increase the number for the star? You want the difference to be bigger, right? If you have 10 and 8, the difference is 2. So you want the difference to be bigger, that means you want to make the pound number bigger. So the next thing I'm going to try to do is, let's try to put pound to be 11, and let's have the star to be 11 plus what will give you 18 has to be 7, okay? So then let's take star away from the pound. So that will become 11, take away 7, and the total is 4. There you go. You found the answer. The answer is that the pound is 11 and star is 7. This is a super cool question for first graders starting, and grade 1 Singapore students is learning how to tackle algebra problems. Isn't this revolutionary? Now that you have seen me demonstrate the massive benefits your children will get, go ahead and book your math success strategy call today. Click the button below. You won't regret it. Select your time zone, pick a date and time most convenient for you, and enter your information. You'll receive an email with your booking confirmation. We'll send you 2 email reminders before our call together. Go ahead and click the button below right now, and let's get started. Looking forward to talking with you soon.